everyone, it is I, Serendipity Wyrd, here with this week's video, which seemed to be a little more bi-weekly than weekly, but, you know, we'll get there, I guess, maybe. I have so many things happening, y'all, like, so many things. I recorded a video the other day, last week, sometime, I don't know, like, time is this totally irrelevant kind of thing, it feels like these days. I mean, it's always kind of felt like an illusion, but when I'm in these like really generative creative cycles, it really goes kind of wonky. But so I thought I recorded this whole thing sharing some of my experiences with deity. I'm a little nervous to share it, but it's coming. It's coming. I need to give it a listen first before I go live with it. Might have to re-record it, I don't know. And then I have a whole nother subject I need to talk about too. But this week, given the direction my creativity has been going and all this sort of things, I just really wanted to kind of vlog. I just wanted to kind of show up and like give an update on where I am and what I'm doing and how you can join me in co-creating some of the things that I'm doing. So this past week, I launched my rune course, which is going really amazingly, and I'm really excited to have everybody along with me on the journey of delving into the mysteries of the runes, one of my favoriteest subjects ever. And if you don't know, I work with Witch With Me, which is an amazing account over on Instagram, and I help with Witch With Me TV, where we offer segments, witchy segments, 5 to 10 minutes, little snippet bites of different shows with a variety of popular witches that just share all sorts of fun knowledge. So in that space, I create a show called Sitting with Serendipity, which is available most Wednesdays. And there's channels. There are series on traditional witchcraft, ceremonial magic, parenting, like pagan parenting. Oh my gosh, so many things. Modern witchcraft, witchy cocktails, intuitive witchcraft. I'm trying to like think of all of the amazing stuff that's there. We have astrology stuff, we have tarot stuff. There's all kinds of fun stuff over on the Witch With Me TV Instagram account. So I've been spending a lot of time with that, helping get those together, get them, you know, up and happening. And I have some other fun things that are coming about in my partnership with Witch With Me that we should see on Tuesday. So I'm not gonna, that's the little teaser, right? That's the teaser. But the really exciting thing, and this is a direct result from me declaring that this freaking year is about overcoming fear, and that my mantra, in case you don't know it yet, is be the brave little toaster that I know I am. I always feel like I need a deep breath in, like just pull in the brave little toaster archetype and be willing to forge my path forward and be willing to go after the thing that I want, even when it seems insane. It's okay. Still gonna do the thing. So on that subject, the thing that I am doing is, okay, follow me on a little bit of an adventure here. For a very long time, my entire life, I have felt a calling to spirit. As a little kid, I always was like, had this desire to be in churches, and I didn't even know what that meant because my family wasn't super religious. And I'm not going to go too into this because this is in that video that I alluded to that I have to be extra brave to release. But I always had this really big calling towards spirituality and ministry in a way. Not really resonating with like the Christian stuff. This has kind of left me going, I don't know where that fits in my life. And I've had some good experiences kind of seeking out that sort of thing. In the Universalist, let's mix up words. Unitarian Universalist realm, there was a church I used to go to back when I lived in a different place that was really super fantastic. I loved the minister. It was fantastic. But ever since moving and everything, I haven't felt the real desire to try to find an existing thing. Like it pushed me to this point where it's time for me to create my thing, whatever weirdness that is. And so today I am here to tell you that I am in the midst of doing this. I am in the midst of creating this thing, this organization, this membership that is I'm calling it the Wyrd Sanctuary. And it is a church? Big air quotes, I don't know. Like, that's the word I think that probably best evokes the idea that I'm going for. But I also understand a lot of people have, perhaps trauma around that word, or just really that word doesn't resonate with them. So we're going to call it a membership. But it's a membership for weirdos, witches, rebels, misfits, outcasts, all of us that feel like we don't really know where to go or who to hang out with, but like we want kind of that weekly touchstone of like gathering and having a spiritual experience offered to us, packaged, delivered to us, sort of thing. Because it's really great, I think. Personally, I really enjoy, even when it's a religious practice that like I don't personally partake in, I really enjoy being in sacred space and observing spiritual practices. So I am heeding the call that I feel to create this. So let me just tell you, I did like all the divination on this yesterday. Like this has been, and like I said, it's an idea that is not just like yesterday I thought about it and ooh, poof it into the world. It really came forward in like 2019, and I was like, oh, I need to do this thing. But I was not ready. I needed a few years to like figure this out and do the work that I needed to do on me to be more ready. I'm not gonna say I don't know that we're ever 100% ready for anything in our lives, but to get to a point where I would be brave enough to step forward and do this thing. Take the risks, all that fun stuff. So the idea is we have a private Facebook group for now because that's easy and accessible to me to create. And yeah, I'm certain this is going to evolve and change over time. And that's really super exciting to me as well. But so there's a group where people can chat or whatever during the week. I will probably throw up a couple of posts as it happens or what have you. You may even see me live occasionally, who knows. But there's a group. But then on Sunday, specifically, I will create sacred space for us in a live broadcast, offer a message of sorts, like a message from spirit, and I intend to create this in a couple of different ways. With a sort of structure that kind of stays similar so that we have something reliable to, lean into. But something that gives us that feeling that you can get from like a church experience, but that's geared toward those of us who don't necessarily follow any sort of mainstream religion, so that it's like the messages are accessible to us. And the messaging I really feel compelled to share is about our validity as humans, that our existence, even if we're not following like the mainstream path, we are still valid. We are worthy of love and acceptance from ourselves. Like love and acceptance from us. I intend for it to be a space where radical transformation is possible, that we are able to heal from, perhaps emotional traumas and challenges and stuff like that. Obviously, that's a long-term goal, and I absolutely encourage you to seek the professional counsel of a professional therapist and that sort of thing if you are dealing with some really, really, really deep trauma stuff. However, I'm intending to create this space where the possibility for that change is present. Why am I capable of doing this? Because I've been doing this for me my whole freaking life. Especially since the age of like 17, 18, when I left an abusive relationship and really started trying to figure out how to deal with my own depression and my anxiety. And and it took me years past that, and facing shadows and moving through challenges and all of this. I have a lot of very personal experience that I bring to the table to help others move through what their own personal challenges are. Obviously, I don't expect that anybody has had, my particular mix of challenge, and mine hasn't been necessarily all of that bad, but having gone through that and having moved through the spiritual development I finally believing my guides when they say that I am ready to do this work in a leadership capacity. So we'll have this group, we can hang out in the group, whatever, throughout the week. And then on Sundays, I will deliver a message of sort, something to inspire us on our paths of self-acceptance, self-love, gaining confidence, having, not only accepting, but maybe even celebrating that we are the divergent types and the outcasts, the misfits, the weirdos, right? Like, I have always been the weirdo. Always. That word is, even as a kid, I loved it. Like, there was a part of me that was like, yes, and? Like, but it was also a struggle, right? It was a struggle because it's hard to be outside of those spaces, and sometimes it's hard to find community. So if you are a person who feels like you're lacking community, and this is the big and you are willing to extend community to other people, even if they are vastly different from you, then the Wyrd Sanctuary is totally a place that you may very well thrive, and you should come hang out with us. So, to deal with the fact that everything, this is a lot of work on my end and all that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. It is a paid membership. I'm starting it out like super low so that people can get in on the ground floor, be founders with me, make it happen. And prices will rise over time as the structure kind of starts to make sense. Because right now it's super experimental, and I'm figuring it out. And I'm so excited about it. And like, all of my guides, literally I use like 7 decks to do the divination over this, right? I'm like, each of the guides, like all of who I work with mostly, what do you have to say about this? And across the board, the whole message was basically like, you should do the thing, because we've been telling you to do the thing for years. So I just wanted to use the space of this week's video to share this with you, to let you know that this is an option. The link will be in the description as far as being able to sign up and join in on this. It's not going away anytime soon, and I can't wait to see where this is totally going to be a journey. Like, there is not even a destination in mind now. I have some ideas of how this is supposed to look, but it's completely like intuitive and spirit led, which is fun. It's fun. So I expect it'll morph and change and like, yes. I don't know. That was a weird noise. But yes. So that is it. That is the announcement. I'm going to go put this video together so I can put it up on YouTube and meet the weekly video goal. I think I'm still behind 2 for the year, so we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll put forward one of those other 2 I talked about. Ooh, we shall see. But if this sounds interesting to you at all, I hope to see you in the Wyrd Sanctuary. Lots of love. Mwah. Bye.